Good morning, everyone. It's Monday, 9:45 in the morning, Ireland. I thought I'll be able to do this video outside, but unfortunately it's raining. But I wanted to show you my drawings. I know it's not a perfect, but today I am going to talk about programming the energy, programming your own bubble, as we all are walking bubbles of energy. So, from previous video, I explained you that we need to understand who we really are. What is in our role in here? So, let me bring you to my whiteboard. Programming and anchoring energy. We're constantly anchoring the energy. Since we, so to speak, occurred within the creation as an individualized, infinite beings of light, of source, infinite souls, everyone has their own name and all is right. We're always been anchoring and programming energy. So let me first start from our creation. That's okay, we're gonna actually start in here. This is the whole creation that's in Milky Way galaxy. This is Earth below, our sun, and all the galaxies around. And there are billions, if not a trillions of galaxies around the central sun. And the arms of source goes around spirally. I call them arms of mother and father source. And let me show you here so you can visualize yourself. I work a lot with imagination. So I wanted to have it drawn so I can see it. This is a model of golden age, and that's why I have chose the yin yang full of gold, and that's a trinity. Okay? Now, these are two arms of mother source father, and I have that even here. Mother arms, father arms, but they start in here and they cover the whole creation, the whole multiverse, okay? And this, what we're looking at, is nothing than a base platform for a whole creation, okay? And we all know Golden Age been ratified last year, January 2023, which means that all that is switching into a Golden Age. And with all that comes within Golden Age. And I'm gonna say it again, we only gonna discover what it really means to live in Golden Age, dear ones. So that's the whole creation. Let's go back here. Earth is situated on a 6 o'clock, let me say. Of course, it's much bigger. Of course, there is a sun here before Earth. so to speak. Not so to speak, because this is how it is. However, all inhabitants of planet Earth, all beings, human beings, and all species, walking Earth, they are simply walking within their own bubble, which is, I know you can laugh, it's not in perfect drawing, but I've tried to draw myself a little bit. And the representation of a heart means simply that you're operational, you're operating from a level of heart. This is the center of command of your whole creation. Quantum structure of reality says there exists only one that is vibrating with such speed that it appears next to each other. Let me show you with that. Next to each other, next to each other. That's the vibration that caused this. Actually, the golden one will be better. Look, next to each other. So all, starting from the very first, let's say, particle, first bubble. You as an individual expands, excuse me, I had a phone, I had to switch off. You expand into the whole collective. From one, you expand into the whole, and then you collapse into your own bubble. You collapse the field, you expand, you, from your own bubble, you program the whole creation, and then you come back, and actually we are placed on Earth, so I just need a magnet. You project the whole collective, all that is, from the very bubble you're in. You expand, you collapse, breathe in and out, so to speak, because you can compare that. Expansion, collapsing. Each time you expand into the collective, the expansion represents not only expansion of consciousness, because you expand and you collapse. You're simply gearing into the whole field of all that is, and you programming all, you collecting information from the field that is around us, from your own bubble, and then you collapse it, and you take whatever you need in order to expand your own consciousness, your own being. Now, because I needed reference to yin yang, so I got that model. Those of you who wrote some of my writing could see that I shared a model of yin yang, golden yin yang, that I found on Telegram, because I really loved it, and I work with imagination. That's the tool I utilize constantly, okay? So I needed to place myself as a co-creator, as the center of my own creation, because I am the one who programmed it. This is the responsibility and understanding that we actually, the whole creation responds exactly to that what we first give off as a frequency through our bubble. And on this bubble, I hope you can see it, all these bubbles around, and I'll tell you what they represent. Of course, the light energy, but this is a representation of the whole world, the whole creation I am carrying within my own bubble. And now Kimberly was explaining about, saying to us about bubble within bubble within bubble within bubble, the depths of the creation, because this is the very first bubble, yeah? Every single one of us is in here with our bubbles, and if we can imagine only almost 8 billions of bubble walking energy in here, then we have the rest as well in here, but Earth is co-creating, so we're responsible for an outcome of energy. We are responsible for the quality of energy we're giving off by programming it through our feelings, emotions, and thoughts. So, bubble within bubble within bubble within bubble. Here is a very... Now let me just actually put in here. I'm sorry, I just need to help myself somehow. So, I expand into the wholeness, all that is, and I collapse. Each time I program the energy, and when we have so many of us interacting with each other, every single bubble gives off some frequency. I'll just... Every single bubble is giving off constantly, moment to moment. As you breathe in and out, it's happening consciously or unconsciously. Each of these bubbles gives off its own frequency. So now, what we've been dealing with when it comes to the past and dark age, one second, we've been in this case scenario. Yes, there was an overlay in here and things like that. We've been exactly doing the same, co-creating, but co-creating for lower astral. They always been using us. And how it has happened, it was simply by overriding a frequency of many those whose frequency started to be very strong, potent, and high in vibration, if I can say yes. We've been override our bubble, been constantly override with other frequencies coming off the programs of lower astral, and it's been done to us for so long that so much we have taken as granted all attachments to knowledge. All our system of values and beliefs is a factor that programs your bubble and then sends the frequency into the collective. What I'm trying to say is that we need to stand together and override by giving off moment to moment our higher frequency and being aware that we need to override all those imbalanced energies that are coming off from no one else than all inhabitants of planet Earth. That's why I'm saying we are the ones who still anchor lower frequencies. There's 8 billion of us in here. Every single one of us gives off a frequency, moment to moment. Every single one of us carries worlds within bubble, within bubble, within bubble. No, by taking a responsibility for your own frequency and being consciously aware that we're the ones that program the energy, we can program it in a way that we can override the lower frequency and clear it. Because we will be dealing with that until the very last being on planet Earth will become aware of who he really is and what it means to be a conscious co-creator. It's not to discourage us. It's just simply a time where many of us will master will become a master in programming and anchoring the energy, working, being in golden age. This is the idea of putting an information in one place. And I call it kind of to do a handbook so we can navigate during these transitioning times in golden age. Now, the potency of our frequency, what matters. So now I'm not trying to learn anyone, because I'm not recording it for those who have no idea what is happening. It is already for those who work with energy, to become more aware and see the differences. Now, I explained to my friend yesterday with a laugh, and I said that we're in time where Source is sending out, okay, it's not a full 100% crystalline clear energy, but there is not much missing to be 100%. And this time is for many of us to become, that's the ones who then, we first need to stand together before we start to educate the masses. First, we need to stand together, understand what's in Golden Age is about, what are our roles, you're and co-creator with Source and Earth. Understanding your roles within multiverse as human being, exploration, discovery, and expansion of your own human being, your own consciousness. And I already had some videos about that, so please go back to the videos from previous few months. There is a lot of information and understanding nature of our reality. We need to be online within golden system, and we are, but we need to understand and be more aware. Moment to moment, we constantly are programming our bubble and the whole collective. Okay? Let's talk about bubble. I forgot to say, I said it to my friend yesterday and I was laughing because I seen it that I see Source, and Source is like putting a hand on his forehead and light. I'm sending you crystalline clear energy, and you still are anchoring with the old programs it into earth. That's what I saw with a smile on the face. That's why I am sure this time is for us to put on together a handbook for golden age so we can navigate. And first of all, we all need to unite because we are many. We always been many. Now, just to be sure I won't get cut off because my battery is off. So, no, it would be great if you could, if you have any questions, just ask me. This is a time we live wisdom frequency instead of using a dead knowledge frequency. This is 2 sentences I got this morning. Live wisdom frequency. Wisdom comes from within. Wisdom will simply unravel anywhere you will be. You are able to tap in to your own wisdom. So now, setting of your own bubble, I probably need to do another video, but intention. Our intentions are to finally start to live in golden age. Finally, dear ones, this is what we're waiting for. And there is nothing that can stop us, but this is simply a next stage where we are finally seeing how the mechanism worked. We don't need the programs, but still to lower our frequency. But the truth is that we are simply anchoring into earth. As a human beings, I am not saying it is you, but I'll tell you, I am aware it was me still. I could see it. So we are taking a responsibility of the collective, and we need to override the collective with our high frequency. But this is not going to be done by one. This is a job to us, to those who got connected in here on this UNN platform. This is a space where Kim created so we could connect and just add on from us our part. It never was a job for one. We're the ones we've been waiting for. That's the next stage. And action is required. Much love to you all. And I'll get today the second video about programming your own bubble, where I'll share my own experience.